And here we have this air filter console, and inside in that area there is air filter. And now when I start to open this area, there is rule that we have to annually replace this air filter or clean this air filter if we have very these clean roads in highways where is no any sand. We can use compressed air that we can clean this air filter, but always I recommend that you use these Lexus and Toyota's original filters from Lexus dealership service and these sales centers, because these are best filters. They are made by high quality paper. If we purchase those China filters, they are so poor quality paper that always even mosquitoes can fly through those filters. And that's original filter is must. And let's look my status. And there is really metal clamp that opens in that way. Let's look closer. This is Toyota's nice engineering and Lexus. I opened these, and these are normally 3 to 5 species. In that my model there is next one, and in that side we might have some, but now it seems that yes, there is one in this side. Let's look this area. Yeah, better view. This is first clamp, second, third, and there we find the next one in this hidden in here. And here is one. This is fourth, and then I check that can I see in here. No, there is no anything else. And then this MAF sensor cable, it good to unplug, because I believe that this can be a little bit tight. Yes. And also in here is one sensor. What cables I recommend when I move that I can feel that this is maybe difficult to open. Okay, and now my purpose is to little bit lift that up carefully that I don't damage these two cables in here. Can I take that little bit, or I checked how tight are these connectors, and now maybe I can take this away. Now I can see that here is this filter, but now it is so tight that I recommend that we do that in professional way, that we open this bolt in here and also in here. And then this filter installation pack is better, because this air filter seals, they must be so tight and solid. And here is first bolt. It is like Phillips head screw. I can use my screwdriver in that way. And remember this position, this area must be in top. Now I open that in this way. Good, now it's loosened. Then I release this hose so that I take fingers in here and then a little bit move, and at same time move this console that it is loosened. Okay, it's loosened, good. And then I release that connector cable also. And we have next point in this area. And in that back area there is one sensor, and I press these sides and clamp is open, and then a little bit movement in this way, and then connector opens when I press this area and I move in outer way in this way. Remember to press this area. Excellent. And now I believe that this my cover opens. I little bit move that and we can look better. Now we can see better, and I move that little bit, and my purpose is to take this cover out. Now this part opens better, but it is still a little bit stuck. Now I take also this MAF sensors connector away. Work now so carefully, because this Lexus is so high quality car that if I damage any of these cables I have issue. Now I press this up area and pull out this connector in that way. Now it opens, and press this area, and if you have difficulties to open that, you can take flathead screwdriver and press firstly that, and then carefully these sides you open this connector. We can look closer this thing. Because this connector can't be tight. First press this area and then carefully, little by little, and now it opens nicely. Excellent. And then connector in here. Nice. Okay, and now I believe that all parts are loosened, and I can lift that up and then move in this direction. Okay, a little bit movement in that way, and then this area, this hose is in here, it is a little bit stuck. Okay, now it opens. The issue was in here because it is so tight. Okay, and this part was tight because there is joint, and this part belongs only, there is arrow, and in here, and they are like, they goes in this way in here. This is starting position and then a little bit movement, and now this cover moves. Nice. And first step is to check that this inner area is totally clean. Excellent. In my case everything looks good. Excellent. And then we check this my filter, and there is my air filter. And now if both sides are white, like in my case, this is excellent information. And now I check that, and this is made by Bosch. This is not the original filter, but this is not the scrap, because it is German brand and made in Belgium. This is, but I recommend always Toyota's filter, and they are made by Denso. But this is okay filter. And now when we clean that, we can see that there are some dirties in here. But there's only a little bit these things, and that's, I think that this is just okay. If both sides are white, this is fine. But if there's any sand or dusty, we have to replace that. And it is good to still in annually replace this filter. But now I think that this is, because my car has been in this schedule service, and this is, that filter is okay. And then when we install this filter pack, this filter installation pack, remember in your car that it goes normally in only in one way in here. And it is interesting that in this my car I can install this both ways, and then check that these lines are in solid, everything looks good, and then I install this my air filter cover, and it starts in this position, that I firstly connect these hoses. This is critical, and then I move this cover in here so much that these lines are in same area. And let's go to look closer. And there are really arrows, and those, they must to be this arrow and that arrow in that way. And in my case it matches. Excellent. And then I rotate this area in here, because I have to fasten this screw. Next I take my Phillips head screwdriver and keep this in this up position, and then I rotate, and this clamp must be in that area. And this is a little bit harder to move, but when we compress our fingers, this goes nicely. Excellent. And then this force is about 10 Newton meters, this force. Now it's well. Excellent. After that, I have to install this cover in this position. I move that little bit down in here and check that this goes. And I need to open these clamps, look, this way. And all clamps must be in open position. And then this suddenly goes like in deeper. This is important. Check all of these clamp locking positions, that they are like in, these are in same plane, and then these parts goes in this way, easy way back. Okay, and then next one in here. And if they don't go easily, then we have issue. This goes nicely. And then that one, listen. This goes nicely. And then in here we have this final one. It's like in little bit hidden. And this is more difficult to install. Okay, now it goes also, that one in here. Now we can see that it is okay. And then we have to install these cables. Firstly this one, and I need to press that in this area that we hear the sound. Now it's okay. And then this part in here, and then this sensor. Firstly this hose, and then clamp totally in here, and then we check that this is solid, look, and then this connector, and listen to sound. Good. Now these parts are fine and everything else, and now this job is ready. Thank you.